Have you ever felt a strange nudge guiding you toward a choice, a path, or a decision, only to realize later that it was the best thing you could have done? Perhaps you were about to make a mistake, and suddenly out of nowhere a thought or feeling stopped you. Or maybe, on a random afternoon, you heard a song on the radio that resonated so deeply, it felt like the universe was whispering directly to your soul. These moments are not coincidences. They are subtle reminders that your soul is never alone. In the complex tapestry of life, there exists a hidden network of divine beings who support, guide, and protect you at every step. Spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, and your higher self. All are here to gently steer you toward your highest path. Understanding their presence and recognizing their messages can transform your life from confusion and stress to clarity and inner peace. Who are the divine guides? Before we dive into how to connect with them, it's important to understand who these guiding forces are. Each type of divine guide has a unique role in your journey. Spirit guides are non-physical entities assigned to you to help you navigate your life's challenges. They could be angels, ascended masters, or even spirits who once walked the earth and have chosen to stay close to guide you. Imagine having a trusted friend who knows your heart and silently nudges you in the right direction. That's a spirit guide. Ancestors are the spirits of your family lineage who have lived before you. They carry the wisdom, strength, and experiences of your bloodline. Sometimes when you are facing challenges, their presence shows up in subtle ways. A dream, a memory, or even a sudden feeling of comfort and familiarity. By honoring them and paying attention to their messages, you can access generations of wisdom that you never knew existed. Archangels are powerful celestial beings that serve as messengers and protectors. They intervene during times of crisis, provide guidance, and sometimes even clear obstacles that you cannot see with the naked eye. Archangel Michael, for instance, is often called upon for protection, while Archangel Raphael is known for healing. Your higher self is perhaps the most intimate guide of all. It is your own soul in its most expanded, enlightened form. It knows your deepest truths, your highest potential, and it communicates with you through intuition, feelings, and even sudden insights. Connecting with your higher self is like tapping into the infinite wisdom already within you. Signs that you are receiving guidance. Recognizing that you are not alone requires awareness. Divine guidance rarely shouts. It whispers, nudges, and signals in ways that are subtle yet unmistakable. Once you know what to look for, some common signs include repeating numbers. Have you ever noticed sequences like 111, 222, 333, or 444 showing up frequently? These numbers are often messages from the spiritual realm, each carrying a specific vibration and guidance. For example, 111 often signals alignment with your true path, while 444 reassures that you are surrounded by protection. Songs and music. Sometimes a song will play at a very specific moment, and the lyrics will resonate exactly with what you are going through. This is more than coincidence. It is a message tailored for you. Intuitive feelings. A gut feeling, a sudden knowing, or an inexplicable peace in your heart can all be signals from your guides. When something feels right or wrong beyond logic, pay attention. Dreams and visions. Messages can come to you while you sleep, often symbolically. Remembering your dreams and reflecting on their meaning is a powerful way to connect with the divine. Synchronicities and coincidences. Sometimes, guidance shows up as perfectly timed coincidences. You meet the right person, find a piece of information, or stumble across an opportunity at the perfect moment. These moments are rarely random. They are orchestrated by forces beyond the physical realm. Ask yourself, how often do I ignore these subtle nudges? What if I stopped for a moment and truly listened? How divine guides communicate. Understanding the language of the divine is a lifelong practice, but some common patterns emerge. Guides often communicate through feelings and intuition. You might feel a sudden calm, warmth, or excitement. Trusting these feelings is key. External signs. Birds, butterflies, feathers, or even particular smells can be signals. The universe often uses natural elements to catch your attention. Repeating words or phrases. A line from a book, a quote, or a sentence that keeps appearing can be a guide's message. People or coincidences. Sometimes, People come into your life briefly but leave profound guidance, acting as a messenger for something higher. For example, imagine Sarah, a young woman facing a difficult career choice. She was drawn to a random bookstore and picked up a book she never planned to read. Inside, a passage described exactly what she needed to hear to make her decision. Later, she realized this coincidence was actually a nudge from her spirit guides. The role of your higher self. Among all guides, your higher self is your most personal connection to divine guidance. While angels and ancestors assist you externally, your higher self speaks from within. It communicates through intuition, feelings, and sometimes even bodily sensations. Have you ever felt a pull to do something that made no logical sense at the time but later turned out to be exactly right? That's your higher self leading you. Learning to differentiate between fear-driven thoughts and higher self insights is crucial. The higher self always leads you toward love, growth, and alignment with your soul's purpose. Daily practices to connect with divine guidance. Connecting with your guides doesn't have to be complicated. Daily rituals and small practices can open your awareness and strengthen your connection. Meditation. Even 5 minutes of quiet reflection in the morning can help you attune to subtle messages. Visualize a beam of light connecting you to your guides. Journaling. Write down questions and feelings, and notice patterns or insights that appear. Asking for guidance. Speak aloud or in your mind, asking your guides for clarity. Pay attention to subtle signs that follow. Mindfulness and breathwork. Being fully present helps you notice synchronicities and intuitive nudges that might otherwise go unnoticed. Even small efforts practiced consistently can create a profound shift in how you experience life. Why listening changes everything. When you actively tune in to divine guidance, life becomes lighter. Decisions no longer feel like a battle between logic and intuition. Instead, you feel supported, protected, and empowered. Challenges become opportunities to trust, and fear slowly transforms into faith. Imagine waking up each morning knowing you are not walking this path alone. Every step, every encounter, every choice has the gentle hand of the universe guiding you. This awareness changes not only how you see the world but how you navigate it. Remember, you are never truly alone. Spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, and your higher self are walking with you every day, silently guiding, protecting, and inspiring you. The key is awareness, noticing the subtle signs, trusting your intuition, and creating small daily practices to connect with the divine. The journey toward recognizing and listening to your guides is not about perfection. It's about openness, trust, and courage, the courage to believe in unseen forces, the willingness to follow your intuition, and the openness to receive love and guidance from the spiritual realm. Ask yourself, what could my life look like if I truly trusted that I am being guided? In the next chapters, we will explore practical exercises to deepen your connection, interpret the signs you receive, and build a life that flows in harmony with your soul's purpose. But for now, take a moment to breathe, feel, and acknowledge that you are never walking this path alone. In the first chapter, we explored the comforting truth that you are never truly alone. Divine guides, ancestors, archangels, and your higher self are always present, silently walking beside you, offering guidance, protection, and insight. But how do you recognize their messages? How do you distinguish between ordinary coincidences and the subtle whispers of the divine? This chapter is dedicated to helping you understand the language of your spiritual guides. By learning to notice the signs, you can transform ordinary moments into powerful insights and begin to navigate life with confidence and clarity. 1. Repeating numbers, messages in numeric form. One of the most common ways spirit guides communicate is through numbers. These are sequences that appear repeatedly in your life, often catching your attention in seemingly ordinary moments. For example, 111 often signals alignment, that your thoughts, intentions, and actions are harmonizing with your higher purpose. 222 can indicate balance and reassurance that you are on the right path. 333 suggests that your guides are near, offering encouragement and support. 444 is a reminder that you are surrounded and protected by divine forces. 555 often signals change, a shift is coming, and you are being guided through it. Imagine walking into a coffee shop, glancing at the clock and seeing 11:11. You might dismiss it as random, yet countless people report that this sequence appeared just when they needed clarity or confirmation. Your guides are speaking in a universal code that transcends words. Tip: keep a small journal to note recurring numbers and what you were thinking or feeling at that moment. Over time, patterns emerge, revealing messages tailored specifically for you. 2. Music and synchronicities, the songs that speak to your soul. Have you ever been in a moment of uncertainty, and suddenly a song starts playing that perfectly captures your situation? Perhaps a line in the lyrics resonates so deeply that it feels as though the universe itself is speaking directly to you. These musical synchronicities are one of the gentlest ways your guides communicate. They may also appear in other forms of coincidences, a movie line, a book passage, or even overheard conversations. Example: imagine Alex struggling with a career decision, feeling anxious about whether to take a new opportunity. While driving, a song comes on the radio with lyrics about embracing change and trusting the journey. That small, seemingly random moment shifts his perspective and gives him the courage to follow his intuition. Synchronicities are not coincidences. They are confirmations that you are on your path, and that your guides are actively helping you notice the right direction. 3. Intuition and gut feelings. Listening to your inner compass. Perhaps the most direct form of communication from your higher self and spirit guides is intuition. That subtle knowing, that gut feeling, often arrives quietly but insistently. It may feel like a sudden clarity in a confusing situation, an inner nudge to make a certain choice even if it doesn't seem logical, a feeling of warmth, peace, or lightness when you are on the right path, an inexplicable unease when something is not aligned with your highest good. Intuition is the voice of your higher self and can guide you through life's most complex decisions. The challenge lies in trusting it, rather than dismissing it as coincidence or overthinking. Example: Maria had the chance to invest in a business opportunity. Everything seemed perfect on paper, but a quiet unease kept her from moving forward. Listening to that inner voice saved her from a decision that later proved risky. 4. Dreams, messages from the subconscious and beyond. Your guides also communicate through dreams, often using symbolism, archetypes, or even direct messages. While awake, your conscious mind may filter or ignore subtle nudges, but in dreams, your mind and spirit are more open to receiving guidance. Some tips for understanding dream messages. Keep a dream journal by your bedside. Write down details immediately upon waking. Look for recurring symbols, characters, or themes. Pay attention to feelings within the dream. Emotion often carries the key message. Example: Liam kept dreaming of walking along a bridge, unsure of which path to take. Over time, he realized the bridge symbolized a career transition, and the repeated dream nudged him to explore new opportunities that ultimately led to fulfillment. 5. Physical signs and environmental cues. Guides can communicate through subtle, physical signs in your environment. These might include finding feathers, coins, or small objects in unusual places, feeling sudden warmth, chills, or tingling sensations during moments of reflection, experiencing random smells or scents that evoke memories or emotions, encountering animals that carry symbolic meaning, such as a butterfly for transformation or a bird for freedom. These physical cues serve as reminders that your guides are present, paying attention, and guiding you along your path. 6. People as messengers. Unexpected encounters. Sometimes guidance comes through people, a stranger, friend, or mentor who appears at just the right moment. While they may not consciously know it, they serve as conduits for messages from your divine guides. Example: Emma felt lost after leaving her job. While waiting at a park, she struck up a conversation with a woman who shared an opportunity perfectly aligned with her skills and passions. That encounter felt serendipitous, yet it was orchestrated by forces beyond the physical realm. Ask yourself, have there been people in my life who seem to appear at exactly the right moment? Often, these encounters are spiritual nudges. 7. Developing daily practices to hear your guides. Receiving guidance is one thing. Consistently hearing it is another. Daily practices can strengthen your connection and make it easier to notice subtle messages. Morning meditation. Even 5 to 10 minutes of quiet reflection can attune you to the subtle frequencies of your guides. Journaling. Ask a question each morning and write down insights, feelings, or symbols that appear during the day. Mindfulness. Practice being present in each moment. Awareness allows you to notice signs you might otherwise overlook. Prayer or intention setting. Speak directly to your guides, asking for clarity, protection, or support. Consistency is key. Small daily rituals open your awareness and deepen your connection with divine guidance over time. 8. Interpreting signs. Trust, don't overthink. One of the biggest challenges is overanalyzing. Guides rarely provide black and white instructions. Messages may be symbolic, intuitive, or layered. Tips for interpretation. Trust your initial feeling or insight. Your first impression is often the most accurate. Notice patterns rather than isolated events. A single coincidence may not be a message, but repeated occurrences often are. Reflect on your dreams, thoughts, and synchronicities to discern guidance over time. 9. Why listening matters. Life in flow. When you learn to recognize and trust divine guidance, life begins to flow more effortlessly. Decisions become easier, challenges become lessons, and fear transforms into trust. Imagine living each day knowing you are being supported. The anxiety over making mistakes diminishes because you know subtle nudges are guiding you toward alignment with your highest good. This awareness creates confidence, inner peace, and a profound sense of security. 10. Open your heart to the invisible. Divine guides are always present, communicating through numbers, dreams, intuition, synchronicities, and even the people around you. The key is awareness, patience, and trust. The more you practice noticing their messages, the more confident you become in navigating life's twists and turns. Ask yourself, what signs have I been ignoring? How can I open my heart today to the subtle whispers of the universe? By recognizing these signs, you step into a partnership with the spiritual realm. You are no longer walking blindly. You are walking with guidance, support, and love at every step. In the next chapter, we will explore practical exercises to actively communicate with your guides, strengthen your connection, and even receive answers in real time. These tools will help you harness the power of divine guidance to navigate challenges, make empowered decisions, and live a life aligned with your soul's purpose. Remember, your guides are always near. All you need to do is notice, trust, and follow. By now, you've learned that you are never truly alone. Spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, and your higher self are always with you, offering subtle nudges, synchronicities, and messages of guidance. You've also begun to recognize the signs, repeating numbers, intuitive feelings, dreams, and meaningful coincidences. But recognition alone is only the first step. To truly benefit from this divine companionship, you must actively engage and connect with your guides daily. This chapter is a practical guide, offering concrete steps, exercises, and examples to help you cultivate a strong, ongoing relationship with your spiritual team. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you can receive guidance more clearly, act with confidence, and create a life that flows in alignment with your soul's purpose. 1. Morning meditation, setting the tone for the day. One of the most effective ways to connect with your guides is through morning meditation. Even 5 to 10 minutes of focused stillness can open channels of communication that last throughout the day. How to practice? Find a quiet space and sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take several deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Visualize a beam of light connecting you to the highest energies of the universe, your spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, and higher self. Silently or aloud, ask for guidance for the day ahead. You might say, "Please show me what I need to see today. Help me recognize the signs, receive your guidance, and act in alignment with my highest good." Sit in quiet awareness, observing any thoughts, feelings, images, or sensations that arise. These are the ways your guides communicate. Example: imagine Julia feeling anxious about a meeting. During her morning meditation, she receives a strong feeling of calm, a mental image of herself speaking confidently, and a thought to focus on listening rather than over-explaining. She carries this guidance throughout the day, and the meeting goes smoothly, exactly as she envisioned. 2. Journaling, capturing messages and patterns. Writing down your experiences is a powerful method to strengthen your connection. Journaling allows you to track patterns, reflect on guidance, and deepen your awareness of subtle messages. How to practice. Dedicate a notebook to your spiritual journey. Each morning or evening, write down questions you have for your guides, insights, images, or feelings you experience during meditation, dreams or repeated symbols you notice throughout the day. Over time, you will notice recurring themes or synchronicities that are direct messages from your guides. Example: Mark began journaling after noticing repeated numbers and unusual coincidences. Within a month, he realized that many of these messages were guiding him toward a career change he had been hesitant to make. By documenting these signs, he gained the confidence to act, transforming his life. 3. Daily intention setting, inviting guidance. Setting clear intentions each day creates an energetic invitation for your guides to communicate with you. Think of it as sending a friendly signal to the spiritual realm. I am open. I am ready to receive guidance. How to practice. In the morning, take a moment to set a clear intention. Today, I am open to receiving guidance from my spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, and higher self. Please help me see what I need to see and make choices aligned with my highest path. Repeat your intention silently or aloud throughout the day as reminders. Pay attention to subtle nudges, feelings, or synchronicities following your intention. Example: Rachel set the intention to notice messages about self-care. That afternoon, she randomly found an article on stress management that contained an exercise she felt compelled to try, a direct response to her intention. 4. Mindfulness, staying present to receive guidance. Divine guidance often comes in subtle, fleeting moments. Being fully present in your day-to-day life makes it easier to notice these messages. Mindfulness trains you to observe without judgment and to recognize patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. How to practice. Focus on your breath during simple activities: walking, washing dishes, or drinking tea. Notice thoughts, feelings, and sensations without labeling them good or bad. Ask yourself, is there something here I'm being guided to notice? Example: Daniel was distracted while commuting and almost missed a meeting opportunity. While practicing mindfulness during a short walk, he noticed a conversation and a phrase that sparked a new business idea. His attention to the present allowed him to recognize the guidance instantly. 5. Prayer or direct communication. Speaking to your guides. Directly addressing your guides can enhance your connection and clarify their messages. Prayer doesn't need to be formal or ritualistic. It is simply an open conversation. How to practice. Find a quiet space and speak aloud or silently. Ask for specific guidance or clarity. Spirit guides, please help me understand what choice is best for me regarding this situation. Show me what I need to know. Trust that answers may come in unexpected ways through feelings, ideas, signs, or even conversations with others. Example: Sam was confused about whether to pursue a creative project. After asking his guides for clarity, he began noticing inspiration from books, random conversations, and dream symbols pointing him in the right direction. 6. Recognizing signs in daily life. As you practice these methods, remain attentive to subtle signs, numbers or patterns appearing repeatedly, synchronicities in meetings, conversations, or events, intuitive feelings guiding choices, dreams that provide insight or advice, physical sensations like warmth, tingling, or lightness during reflective moments. The more you notice and acknowledge these signs, the stronger your connection becomes. Remember, guidance rarely arrives as explicit instructions. It is often symbolic, requiring reflection, trust, and openness. 7. Gratitude, strengthening the connection. Expressing gratitude is a powerful way to deepen your bond with your guides. By acknowledging their presence and support, you align yourself with positive energy and invite more guidance into your life. How to practice. Each day, mentally or in your journal, thank your guides for their support and wisdom. Reflect on moments where guidance led you to clarity, peace, or safety. Example: After experiencing a series of synchronicities leading to a job opportunity, Maya spent a few minutes expressing gratitude for the guidance she received. She noticed a subsequent increase in intuitive insights and a heightened sense of peace. 8. Building rituals in sacred spaces. Creating rituals or a sacred space can enhance your ability to connect consistently. Rituals signal to your mind and spirit that it is time to tune into divine guidance. Ideas for rituals. Light a candle and focus on your intention to connect with guides. Play gentle music or sound frequencies to calm the mind. Use crystals, sacred objects, or images that inspire you to feel connected. Dedicate specific times for meditation, journaling, or reflection. Consistency in these practices trains your mind and spirit to recognize the subtle presence of your guides in daily life. 9 examples of real-life transformation through guidance. Countless people have transformed their lives by learning to trust and follow divine guidance. Career decisions. Following intuitive nudges, individuals have changed professions, started businesses, or pursued creative paths they were previously hesitant to take. Relationships. Guidance has helped people navigate challenging relationships, recognize toxic patterns, and cultivate deeper connections. Health and well-being. Subtle intuitive insights have led individuals to adopt healthier lifestyles, discover new healing modalities, or prevent potential dangers. Each story reinforces a single truth. The more you actively listen, the more life aligns with your soul's purpose. 10. Final thoughts. Living in alignment with your guides. Connecting with your divine guides is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong journey. It requires awareness, trust, consistency, and openness. By practicing meditation, journaling, intention setting, mindfulness, direct communication, and gratitude, you strengthen your connection, making guidance more visible and actionable. Ask yourself, how might my life change if I truly listen to the subtle whispers of the universe? What decisions could I make with clarity, courage, and confidence? Remember, your spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, and higher self are walking with you every step of the way. They are patient, loving, and ever-present. Your willingness to notice, trust, and act upon their guidance opens the door to a life of flow, peace, and empowerment. The journey ahead will explore how to interpret the signs more deeply, develop your intuition, and co-create your life with divine guidance, making each step feel supported and inspired. New Ban Muon Tua Ko the Viet Nai Chuang 4. Tap Trung Veo Advanced Techniques. Deepening connection with spirit guides and archangels. Bao Gam Kak by Tap Truc Quan. 6 Du Tu Kan Hong Gay. Va Kach Nan Thong Deep Tuct. Kung Kuang 1000 plus 2. De Hon Tien Tombo Chui Video. Ban Ko Muon Tua Viet Luon Chuang 4. Kong. You said. Viet Chi Ti Chuang Teep Theo Bang Ting on Viet Dai Han Kuang 1002. ChatGPT said. Dui De La Chuang 4 Chi Teep Bang Tiang on Han 1002, Teep Noi 2 Chuang 3. Tap Trung Veo Kat Ky Thuat Nong Chao De Ket Noi Sao Han Voice Spirit Guides. Archangels Va Higher Self. Voice 6 Du Tu Kan Va Hung Din Chi Teet De Ban Ko The Su Dung Trong Video YouTube. Chapter 4. Advanced Techniques. Deepening your connection with divine guides. By now, you've established a foundation. You can recognize signs, understand intuitive nudges, and incorporate daily practices like meditation, journaling, and intention setting. But what if you want to take your connection to the next level? What if you want not only to receive subtle guidance but to communicate actively, receive answers, and co-create your life with your spirit guides and archangels? This chapter introduces advanced techniques for deepening your spiritual connection. These practices are designed to heighten your awareness, strengthen your intuition, and allow you to interact with divine guidance in more tangible ways. 1. Guided visualizations, meeting your spirit guides. Guided visualization is a powerful tool to establish a direct relationship with your guides. By visualizing and imagining a sacred space, you can invite them into your consciousness and receive messages more clearly. How to practice. Sit or lie down in a quiet, comfortable space. Close your eyes and take several deep breaths. Imagine a path leading to a sacred garden, temple, or open space that feels safe and comforting. Invite your spirit guides, ancestors, and archangels to appear in this space. You may see them as light, shapes, or even familiar human forms. Ask them questions or seek guidance on specific challenges. Observe any responses that come as images, feelings, words, or sensations. These are your guides communicating. Example: Emma struggled with a major career decision. During a guided visualization, she saw a tall figure bathed in golden light who extended a hand, symbolizing encouragement. She felt warmth and confidence flood her being. That simple practice gave her the clarity to take a step she had been hesitating on for months. 2. Automatic writing, receiving messages directly. Automatic writing is a technique where you allow your hand to write freely, without conscious control, to receive messages from your guides. How to practice? Sit quietly with a notebook and pen. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and invite your guides to communicate through you. Begin writing whatever comes to mind without judgment or editing. Afterward, review what you wrote. Look for patterns, repeated themes, or advice that resonates. Example: Mark had been struggling with personal growth decisions. During automatic writing, he began noting sentences he didn't consciously think of, such as, "Trust your intuition. The next step will unfold naturally." This message mirrored guidance he later received in meditation, confirming its authenticity. 3. Dream work, engaging with messages in the subconscious. Dreams are not only reflections of our subconscious mind but also powerful channels for guidance. Advanced dream work allows you to set intentions before sleep to receive messages from your guides. How to practice? Before sleeping, ask your guides a question or request insight on a particular issue. Keep a dream journal by your bed. Upon waking, record all details, no matter how trivial. Look for recurring symbols, people, or situations that provide clarity. Meditate on your dream and ask, "What is my guide showing me here?" Example: Sarah wanted clarity about a relationship. She asked her guides before bed for guidance and dreamt of a bridge collapsing while she stood confidently. Upon reflection, she realized it symbolized leaving a relationship that was no longer safe or aligned with her growth. 4. Energy sensing and body awareness. Your body often acts as a receptor for spiritual guidance. Feelings of warmth, tingling, or pressure may indicate messages from guides. Learning to read these energetic cues strengthens your connection. How to practice? During meditation, scan your body from head to toe. Notice any unusual sensations. Ask questions and observe where sensations appear. For example, warmth in your heart may indicate approval or encouragement. With practice, these signals become clearer and easier to interpret. Example: Liam felt a tingling in his hands when considering a new business opportunity. After reflection, he realized it was a sign from his guides to proceed with confidence, which ultimately led to success. 5. Invocation of Archangels, calling for specific support. Archangels offer specialized guidance in areas such as protection, healing, and clarity. You can invoke specific archangels to assist with particular challenges. Common archangels and their roles: Michael, protection, courage, and cutting away negative energies. Raphael, healing and emotional restoration. Gabriel, communication, creativity, and guidance in decisions. Uriel, wisdom, insight, and illumination in complex situations. How to practice? Quiet your mind and visualize the archangel you wish to call. Speak aloud or mentally. Archangel Michael, I invite your protection and guidance as I navigate this challenge. Observe what thoughts, feelings, or imagery arise. These are the responses to your invocation. Example: Maya felt anxious about a family dispute. She invoked Archangel Michael and experienced an immediate sense of calm, courage, and clarity about how to address the situation compassionately. 6. Using symbols and objects as anchors. Some people find that certain objects, crystals, or symbols act as anchors for spiritual connection. These items serve as reminders of guidance and help focus energy. How to practice? Choose an object that feels spiritually significant, e.g., a crystal, feather, or sacred image. Hold the object during meditation or when asking for guidance. Observe any intuitive feelings or thoughts that arise while connecting with the object. Example: Alex kept a small quartz crystal on his desk. Whenever he felt uncertain, holding it helped him quiet his mind and notice subtle nudges from his higher self. 7. Group and community practices. Sometimes collective energy amplifies spiritual connection. Joining meditation circles, online spiritual communities, or workshops focused on spirit guides can enhance your sensitivity and awareness. Benefits: witnessing others' experiences can validate your own. Group energy can heighten intuitive perception. Opportunities to practice guided exercises with support from experienced mentors. Example: in a weekend workshop, participants practice guided visualizations to meet their spirit guides. Several reported receiving clear symbolic guidance and confirmations about life decisions they had been uncertain about. 8. Advanced daily routine for deep connection. To fully integrate these advanced practices, consider creating a structured daily routine. Morning meditation, connect with guides and set intentions. Journaling, capture insights, dreams, and recurring patterns. Mindfulness, stay present throughout the day to notice signs. Automatic writing or reflection, deepen understanding of guidance received. Archangel invocation, request support for challenges or growth areas. Evening reflection, review signs, synchronicities, and messages of the day. Consistency is the key to building a strong, reliable relationship with your guides. 9. Real-life transformation stories. Advanced practices lead to transformative experiences. Career breakthroughs. Individuals have discovered hidden talents, new paths, or received confirmation to pursue. Life-changing projects. Healing and recovery. Guidance through meditation and archangel invocation has helped people release trauma and improve mental and physical health. Relationships in life. Purpose. By interpreting dreams and synchronicities, people have found clarity in relationships, family dynamics, and spiritual missions. Example: Sophia, feeling disconnected from her purpose, began combining meditation, automatic writing, and archangel invocation daily. Within months, she not only received clarity about her life path, but also began teaching workshops to help others connect with their guides. 10. Co-creating your life with divine guidance. Advanced techniques are not meant to replace your intuition. They are tools to enhance, clarify, and expand your natural connection. By practicing visualization, automatic writing, dream work, energy awareness, archangel invocation, and daily reflection, you move beyond passive recognition of signs into active communication and co-creation. Ask yourself, what if I could receive guidance for every major decision, every challenge, and every opportunity? How might my life unfold if I trusted and followed these whispers consistently? Living with this awareness transforms life from a series of uncertain steps into a harmonious journey, guided, supported, and aligned with your soul's highest purpose. Each day becomes an opportunity to practice, listen, and co-create with the invisible, loving forces that walk beside you. Your guides are patient, wise, and ever-present. They are ready to assist. All you need is the willingness to open your heart, quiet your mind, and receive their guidance. Throughout this journey, you've explored the profound truth that your soul is never alone. Spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, and your higher self walk beside you, offering wisdom, protection, and love. You've learned to recognize their signs, understand their subtle messages, and practice advanced techniques to deepen your connection. Now the final step is integration. Living each day guided by divine presence, fully embracing the flow of life with clarity, purpose, and trust. In this chapter, we will explore how to embody this awareness, apply it in practical ways, and cultivate a life in which divine guidance becomes not just a practice but a natural way of being. 1. The essence of a guided life. A life led by divine guidance is fundamentally different from one driven solely by logic, fear, or external expectations. It is a life where intuition and insight are valued, where decisions are informed by a higher perspective, and where trust replaces anxiety. Guided living is not about perfection. It is about alignment, listening to the quiet nudges, recognizing the signs, and acting with confidence, even when the path is uncertain. Each step becomes purposeful because you are moving in harmony with energies far greater than yourself. Example: when Anna started following her spiritual guidance, she realized that even seemingly small choices, from what project to pursue to how she communicated with others, were influenced by her guides. Over time, her life shifted effortlessly, Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable now felt manageable because she learned to respond rather than react. 2. Morning rituals to start the day. Aligned. A guided life begins each morning with intentional practices that set the tone for the day. By opening the channel to your guides early, you invite clarity and support into every action. Morning routine for guided living. Meditation and visualization. Spend 10 to 15 minutes connecting with your spirit guides and archangels. Visualize light surrounding you, inviting guidance. Intention setting. Ask for insight on key areas of the day. Phrase intentions clearly, such as, "Today I am open to guidance on relationships, decisions, and opportunities that align with my highest good." Gratitude practice. Thank your guides for their ongoing presence and support. Gratitude strengthens the energetic connection and opens the door for more insights. Example. Before a challenging presentation, Jordan practiced morning meditation, set his intention to be confident and receptive, and express gratitude for guidance. Throughout the day he felt calm and intuitive, navigating questions with ease, a direct result of aligning with his guides first thing in the morning. 3. Recognizing guidance in daily life. Even with advanced practices, the true test of a guided life is awareness in the ordinary moments. Your guides communicate through subtle signs, synchronicities, and inner nudges. Intuition. Pay attention to gut feelings and subtle emotional responses. These often carry the most immediate guidance. Synchronicities. Unexpected events, meaningful coincidences, or repeated symbols are often confirmations. Physical and emotional signals. Tingling sensations, warmth, chills, or feelings of peace can indicate alignment or warnings. Interactions with others. People may serve as messengers or catalysts for your growth. Example. Sophia kept noticing the number 444 whenever she contemplated major life decisions. Initially dismissing it, she later recognized it as a recurring signal from her guides to stay grounded and trust her instincts. By tuning in, she avoided several potentially negative choices. 4. Responding, not reacting. Living guided is not about waiting passively for instructions. It is about responding consciously to the messages you receive. The difference between reaction and response is awareness. Reaction. Impulsive, emotionally driven, often disconnected from higher guidance. Response. Thoughtful, intentional, aligned with your higher self and guidance from your spirit guides. Practice. When faced with a decision, pause and ask, what is my higher self or guide suggesting here? Allow your intuition and signs to inform your actions. Even small decisions, when guided, accumulate to create profound life shifts. Example. David was offered a lucrative job in a city far from home. His first reaction was excitement. However, after consulting his guides through meditation and noticing subtle signs in his environment, he realized the timing wasn't right. By responding consciously, he avoided unnecessary stress and made a better choice months later. 5. Integrating spiritual guidance in relationships. Guided living extends to interactions with others. When you are attuned to divine guidance, you recognize patterns in relationships, noticing who aligns with your growth and who does not. You respond with compassion rather than judgment, understanding that others also operate from their own spiritual journeys. You attract connections that resonate with your soul, enhancing both personal and professional relationships. Example. Clara used guided practices to navigate a tense family dynamic. Through meditation and reflection, she sensed when to speak and when to remain silent, allowing harmony to return without conflict. Her guides helped her recognize patterns she hadn't noticed before, fostering healthier communication. 6. Daily exercises to strengthen connection. To maintain a high level of awareness and guidance, you can incorporate simple daily exercises. Check-in meditation midday, pause for 5 minutes. Ask your guides for clarity or support in ongoing tasks. Reflective journaling. Record insights, dreams, and patterns you've noticed. Highlight recurring themes. Mindful observation. Observe your surroundings with intention. Note coincidences, meaningful encounters, or symbolic signs. Gratitude. Alignment. Before sleep, acknowledge the guidance received throughout the day. Express appreciation to your guides and higher self. Consistency in these exercises transforms guidance from a sporadic experience into an integrated daily reality. 7. Trusting the journey. Living guided requires trust. Trust in yourself, your intuition, and the divine presence around you. Life will not always follow a predictable path, and your guides rarely provide step-by-step instructions. Instead, they offer nudges, confirmations, and subtle support that require faith and attentiveness. Ask yourself, can I trust the process even when outcomes are unclear? Can I follow the guidance of the unseen even when it challenges my logical mind? Example: Ethan faced an uncertain relocation for work. His intuition and guides nudged him forward, even though the circumstances were unclear. By trusting and acting with awareness, he discovered opportunities, friendships, and personal growth he would have missed otherwise. 8. The power of reflection and celebration. Guided living is not only about following signs, but also about reflecting on achievements and celebrating guidance. At the end of each week, review moments where guidance was evident. Celebrate small wins. Recognizing them strengthens your awareness and deepens your connection. Reflect on challenges as lessons, rather than setbacks, guided by divine insight. Example: after navigating a particularly difficult project, Lily reflected on the subtle guidance she had received, from intuition to synchronicities, and celebrated how following it led to success. This reflection reinforced her trust and increased sensitivity to future messages. 9. Co-creating with divine guidance. Ultimately, living guided is about co-creation. Your guides provide insight, but your free will and choices bring it into reality. By collaborating with your spirit guides, archangels, and higher self, you align your actions with your highest purpose and manifest outcomes with intention and grace. Practice. Before major decisions, consult your guides through meditation or journaling. Make choices aligned with the guidance received. Observe the results, learn from outcomes, and refine your connection continuously. Example: Rachel wanted to start a wellness program. By consulting her guides, she chose the right timing, format, and partners. The program thrived, and she often credited her ongoing guidance for the alignment and success. 10. A life of support, clarity, and empowerment. Living each day guided by divine forces transforms life from uncertainty and struggle into clarity and confidence. Your spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, and higher self offer constant support, subtle signs, and wisdom that, when heeded, guide you toward your highest potential. Remember these truths: you are never alone. Guidance is always available. It is a matter of noticing and trusting. Life becomes lighter, more purposeful, and more fulfilling when you align with divine guidance. Small, consistent practices, meditation, journaling, mindfulness, gratitude, and visualization, amplify your connection. As you step into this guided life, embrace curiosity, trust, and courage. Allow yourself to receive, follow, and co-create with the loving presence of your divine guides. Each decision, encounter, and challenge becomes a dance with the unseen forces working tirelessly for your highest good. Inspirational message. Your life is a co-created masterpiece, painted with guidance, wisdom, and love from the realms beyond. Open your heart, trust your intuition, and step boldly into the path your spirit guides. Illuminate. Every step taken with awareness brings peace, clarity, and empowerment, the unmistakable signature of a life truly guided. By this point, you have explored the foundations of divine guidance, learned advanced techniques to connect with your spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, and higher self, and understood how to live a life aligned with their wisdom. But the next transformative step is embodiment, integrating guidance fully into your daily life, actions, and even your physical being. Embodied practices help you bridge the gap between spiritual insight and tangible experience. They allow guidance to move from the realm of thought into your habits, choices, and interactions, creating profound alignment and flow. 1. The power of embodiment. Embodiment means that guidance isn't just intellectual or conceptual. It is felt, lived, and expressed. When you embody divine guidance, your intuition becomes sharper because your mind, body, and spirit operate in harmony. You recognize guidance in physical sensations, emotional cues, and external synchronicities. Your actions naturally align with your highest path, reducing resistance and stress. Example: Lila often received intuitive nudges to speak up in professional settings. Before practicing embodiment, she ignored these cues. After integrating guided embodiment techniques, pausing to feel, breathe, and center herself before acting, she began expressing ideas confidently. This not only elevated her career, but also reinforced her trust and guidance. 2. Breathwork. Anchoring divine energy. Your breath is the most immediate tool to ground and embody guidance. Breath connects your conscious awareness to your inner energy and higher consciousness. How to practice. Sit comfortably with a straight spine. Inhale deeply for a count of 4, feeling energy rise through your body. Hold for a count of 4, then exhale for a count of 6, releasing tension and mental clutter. As you breathe, mentally invite your guides to fill your body with clarity, love, and wisdom. Repeat for 5 to 15 minutes, focusing on the physical sensation of receiving guidance. Example: during a stressful work situation, Jacob used breathwork to center himself. He felt a warm energy in his chest, a physical manifestation of divine support, which allowed him to respond calmly and creatively, rather than react with anxiety. 3. Movement and somatic practices. Guidance can also be embodied through movement. Your body often carries insights that the mind has yet to recognize. Practices like yoga, qigong, or simple mindful stretching can awaken intuitive awareness. How to practice. Choose a movement practice that allows mindfulness and attention to bodily sensations. During movement, ask your guides for insight or clarity. Notice how energy shifts in different areas of your body. Pay attention to impulses. Sometimes your body may subtly guide you toward or away from actions. Example: Naomi struggled with a major life decision. During a yoga session, she visualized the paths available to her. She noticed tension in her lower back when considering one option and lightness in her chest with another. The physical response clarified her choice, revealing her higher self's guidance. 4. Nature as a portal for guidance. Nature is a living reflection of divine energy. Spending intentional time in natural settings enhances embodied connection to your guides. How to practice. Walk barefoot, feel the ground, and breathe deeply. Observe patterns, movements, and sounds in your surroundings as messages. Ask your guides to show guidance through your experience of nature. Keep a small notebook to record impressions, symbols, or synchronicities noticed outdoors. Example: Alex struggled with a business decision. Walking in the forest, he noticed a flock of birds changing direction suddenly. This symbolic pattern sparked clarity. It was time to change his strategy and trust a new path. He later realized that his guides had used the natural environment to communicate. 5. Rituals for daily integration. Rituals act as bridges between conscious awareness and the unseen guidance present in your life. Creating small, intentional practices ensures guidance is continuously embodied, not just noticed in meditation or dreams. Suggested rituals. Morning alignment. Light a candle, visualize light filling your body, and invite guidance for the day. Midday pause. Take a short break to check in with bodily sensations, thoughts, and emotions seeking guidance. Evening reflection. Review the day, noting how guidance manifested in actions, synchronicities, or feelings. Seasonal or lunar rituals. Align with natural cycles to reflect on long-term goals and divine insight. Example: Sophie started a nightly ritual of reviewing her journal entries, acknowledging the signs and guidance she received that day. Over time, she noticed patterns she had previously overlooked, leading to profound clarity about her life direction. 6. Communicating through creative expression. Embodied guidance can also flow through artistic and creative practices. Music, painting, writing, or dance can serve as channels for your higher self and guides to communicate. How to practice. Approach creativity with intention. I invite my guides to inspire me through this creative process. Do not force outcomes. Allow intuitive impulses to guide your actions. Reflect on insights revealed through creative expression. Example: Daniel painted abstract images without planning, focusing on how his intuition guided his brush. Each painting contained symbolic insights about decisions he needed to make, offering guidance he hadn't consciously considered. 7. Embodied decision-making. When guidance is embodied, decisions become less about logic alone and more about integrating intuition, physical sensation, and emotional clarity. How to practice. Present the decision before you and visualize the possible outcomes. Close your eyes and notice bodily reactions. Tension, relaxation, warmth or tightness. Check emotional resonance. Does one choice feel lighter, freer, or more aligned? Ask your guides to confirm clarity through these embodied cues. Make the choice that resonates on mind, body, and spirit levels. Example: Emma was uncertain about relocating for a job. By integrating bodily and emotional feedback during meditation, she felt a lightness when imagining moving, and tension when imagining staying. This embodied cue, confirmed by subtle synchronicities, guided her choice to move confidently. 8. Integrating guidance in relationships. Embodied practices extend to interpersonal dynamics. Notice energy exchanges in conversations. Your guides may signal through bodily sensations or intuitive flashes. Align responses with your highest self, guided by insight rather than reaction. Recognize patterns in relationships and act with intentional awareness. Example: during a difficult family discussion, Maya used grounding techniques and conscious breathing. She noticed subtle tension in her chest whenever she considered reacting defensively. Instead, she responded with calm, aligned words, leading to mutual understanding. 9. Daily journaling and reflection. To fully integrate embodiment, reflective journaling helps track patterns, growth, and alignment. How to practice. Record intuitive feelings, bodily sensations, or creative impulses linked to guidance. Note synchronicities, signs, or repeated symbols observed throughout the day. Reflect on decisions made and outcomes, connecting them to guidance received. Example: Liam noticed that days when he journaled about embodied sensations and intuitive feelings, his decisions were smoother and more aligned with his long-term goals. Over months, he developed a refined sense of guidance in every aspect of life. 10. Living fully in divine alignment. Embodied practices transform spiritual guidance from a conceptual understanding into a lived, integrated reality. When mind, body, and spirit are aligned, guidance is not just observed. It is felt, trusted, and acted upon. Life becomes more fluid, joyful, and purposeful. Living in sync with your guides requires daily attention and intentional practices, trust in bodily intuition and emotional resonance, openness to subtle messages and synchronicities, willingness to co-create with unseen forces through inspired action. Inspirational message: your life is a dance with divine guidance. Every breath, movement, and choice carries the potential to align with your highest path. By embodying your connection with spirit guides, archangels, and your higher self, you transform guidance into lived experience, creating a life of clarity, flow, and purpose. Step fully into this alignment, and let your journey become a reflection of divine wisdom and love in action. By now, you have explored foundational practices, advanced techniques, and embodied methods to connect with your spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, and higher self. Yet one of the most powerful ways divine guidance manifests in daily life is through signs and synchronicities. These are the subtle, often magical nudges that direct your attention, confirm choices, or provide clarity when your mind cannot decipher the path ahead. Understanding how to recognize, interpret, and act on these messages is crucial for living a fully guided life. In this chapter, we explore how to see, trust, and integrate synchronicities as a reliable form of communication from the unseen realms. 1. What are synchronicities and signs? Synchronicities are meaningful coincidences that occur in your life. They are not random. They are messages from your guides, higher self, or the universe, showing that you are aligned with the flow of your highest path. Signs can appear in many forms: numbers, repeating sequences like 111, 222, 444, or your personal lucky numbers. Songs and lyrics. Music often triggers memories, insights, or guidance. Nature and animals. A sudden encounter with a bird, butterfly, or other creature that feels symbolic. Physical sensations. Tingling, warmth, chills, or pressure can indicate guidance. Words and symbols. Reading a phrase or word repeatedly in books, messages, or advertisements. Example. Mia kept seeing the number 333 at critical decision points in her career. Initially dismissing it as coincidence, she later realized it was a reminder from her guides that she was supported in taking a leap of faith. The synchronicity confirmed her decision and bolstered her confidence. 2. Cultivating awareness for synchronicities. The first step in interpreting signs is awareness. Often these messages are subtle and easy to overlook in the busyness of life. How to practice awareness. Slow down your daily routine. Pause for a few moments to observe your surroundings. Keep a notebook or journal specifically for signs and synchronicities. Notice recurring patterns in numbers, objects, or events. Pay attention to emotional responses when encountering unusual or meaningful coincidences. Example. Thomas began carrying a small notebook in his bag. Each time he noticed a number sequence, a song lyric, or an unusual encounter that resonated deeply, he recorded it. Over time, he recognized patterns that guided his career and relationships, offering confirmation at pivotal moments. 3. Interpreting numerical signs. Numbers are one of the most common and direct forms of guidance. Each number has vibrational meaning, often associated with specific guidance. Common interpretations. 111. Alignment, new beginnings, manifestation. 222. Balance, harmony, and trust in divine timing. 333. Support from guides. Encouragement to take action. 444. Protection, stability, and guidance from higher realms. 555. Change, transformation, and growth. Practice. When you see repeating numbers, pause and ask, what am I being guided to notice? Is there a decision or choice where this applies? What message am I receiving about my path? Example. Leah noticed 555 repeatedly while contemplating a move to a new city. Her initial fear was resistance, but upon reflection, she realized the number was a sign to embrace the change, which ultimately led to new opportunities and personal growth. 4. Using songs and music as guidance. Music carries vibrational energy and often acts as a medium for messages from the divine. Lyrics, melodies, or sudden songs on the radio can trigger guidance. How to practice. Listen attentively when a song feels meaningful or coincidental. Reflect on how lyrics or melodies relate to your current life situation. Ask your guides for clarity on the message behind the song. Example. While feeling stuck about a relationship, Ryan heard the same song 3 times in one day. The lyrics spoke about self-worth and timing, prompting him to set boundaries and trust divine timing. This synchronicity became a pivotal moment of clarity. 5. Nature as a messenger. Nature often communicates guidance through signs, animals, weather patterns, or even objects in your environment. These messages are symbolic and require intuitive interpretation. Practice. Notice unusual or repeated occurrences in nature. Reflect on the symbolic meaning. E.g., a butterfly might indicate transformation. A bird flying overhead could symbolize freedom or perspective. Meditate on the image or experience, asking your guides to clarify the message. Example. Emily repeatedly encountered white feathers in unexpected places. She felt a profound sense of comfort, recognizing it as a sign from her guides affirming she was on the right path during a difficult period. 6. Physical and emotional sensations. Your body is a vessel for guidance. Subtle physical or emotional cues often precede clarity or decision-making. Practice. Notice shifts in energy, tingling, warmth, pressure, or sudden chills. Observe emotional responses, sudden joy, calmness, or even discomfort that signals misalignment. Ask, is this sensation a guide pointing me toward or away from something? Example. During a challenging choice about a job offer, Alex felt a sudden warmth in his heart when considering one option and tension when considering another. These embodied signs guided him toward a choice that ultimately felt aligned and fulfilling. 7. Journaling signs and synchronicities. Documenting signs is a key step in recognizing patterns. Over time, Journaling creates a personal reference that strengthens trust and guidance. Practice. Write down every meaningful coincidence, number, song, or sensation. Include your interpretation, emotional response, and outcome. Review your journal weekly to notice recurring themes or patterns. Example: Sophia noticed repeated references to patience in books, conversations, and even song lyrics. By journaling these observations, she realized the synchronicity was guiding her to slow down in a business venture, preventing costly mistakes. 8. Asking for clarification. When signs are subtle or confusing, you can ask your guides for clarity. This reinforces trust and strengthens your connection. Practice. Pause and focus on the sign or synchronicity. Ask your guides to elaborate. What message are you sending me? How should I act on this? Be patient. Answers may come through intuition, feelings, dreams, or later events. Example: Marcus saw the number 222 repeatedly, but wasn't sure what it meant. He asked for guidance and later received insight through a conversation with a friend, confirming that he needed to balance personal and professional priorities. 9. Integration. Acting on synchronicities. Recognizing signs is only part of the process. The ultimate value lies in integration and action. When you notice a sign, pause to interpret, reflect, and decide your response. Act with intention based on the guidance received. Observe the outcomes and adjust your perception and actions accordingly. Example: Jasmine kept seeing the number 111 when contemplating a new creative project. By reflecting and taking inspired action, launching her project with confidence, she experienced remarkable success, affirming the synchronicity and deepening her trust and guidance. 10. Final thoughts. Trusting the invisible thread. Synchronicities and signs are the invisible thread weaving your life together. When you notice, interpret, and act upon these messages, you step into a co-creative partnership with your guides and higher self. Remember, signs are personal and unique. Trust your intuition to interpret them. Guidance often comes subtly. Pause, observe, and reflect. Acting on guidance strengthens the connection and invites more clarity. Inspirational message. Your life is full of whispers from the divine, messages embedded in numbers, songs, nature, and sensations. By tuning in, recording, and responding, you transform everyday experiences into a tapestry of guidance, wisdom, and alignment. Trust the unseen, follow the nudges, and watch your life unfold with clarity, flow, and divine support at every step. As you have journeyed through the realms of divine guidance, synchronicities, embodied practices, and subtle signs, the next critical step is integration. Turning spiritual insights into a tangible daily routine that aligns your mind, body, and spirit. True mastery of guidance is not only about receiving messages, it is about living them, acting in harmony with your higher self, and co-creating your life with spirit guides, archangels, and ancestors. This chapter provides a detailed roadmap for integrating divine guidance into every aspect of your day, offering practical routines, reflection exercises, and real-life examples to help you stay aligned consistently. 1. The importance of routine in guided living. A structured daily routine acts as a bridge between spiritual awareness and practical action. It ensures that you do not just recognize guidance occasionally but consistently embody it. Routines create a rhythm that allows guidance to flow naturally, reducing mental clutter, stress, and resistance. Key benefits of a daily routine. Enhances awareness of subtle signs and synchronicities. Strengthens connection to spirit guides and higher self. Integrates guidance into decision-making, relationships, and personal growth. Cultivates discipline without rigidity, allowing intuition to remain flexible. Example: Sarah, a marketing executive, began her day with guided rituals, breathwork, and journaling. Within weeks, she noticed decisions felt easier, relationships were more harmonious, and opportunities seemed to flow effortlessly. 2. Morning routine. Setting the tone. The first hours of the day are critical for tuning into your divine guidance. By starting the day intentionally, you set the energetic tone and open channels of communication with your guides. Suggested morning routine: 30 to 45 minutes. Wake with gratitude. Before leaving your bed, mentally thank your spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, and higher self for their support. Breathwork or meditation. 10 to 15 minutes. Use deep, conscious breathing to anchor energy and invite clarity for the day. Visualization. Imagine light surrounding your body, aligning your energy with your guides. See your day unfolding in a positive, guided flow. Intention setting. Choose 3 to 5 intentions for the day, asking your guides to assist you in aligning with your highest good. Example: I am open to guidance in my work, relationships, and creative projects. Journaling. Record any dreams, signs, or impressions from the morning meditation, even if they seem small. Example: Michael started incorporating visualization and intention setting into his mornings. Within weeks, he noticed subtle signs, repeated numbers, song lyrics, and intuitive nudges, confirming his decisions, helping him navigate complex situations effortlessly. 3. Midday check-in. Staying aligned. The middle of the day is ideal for recalibration, ensuring you remain aligned and aware of guidance as the day progresses. Midday practices. 5 to 15 minutes. Pause and breathe deeply. Observe your physical, emotional, and mental state. Notice any tension, discomfort, or clarity. Reflect. Have I noticed any guidance or signs so far? How can I realign if needed? Ask your guides for insights on ongoing tasks, interactions, or decisions. Example: during a busy workday, Claire felt tension in her chest while preparing for a meeting. Pausing for a short breathwork session, she asked her guides for clarity. She realized she needed to adjust her approach, resulting in a calm, confident presentation. 4. Embodied movement. Keeping energy flowing. Guided living requires integrating guidance into the physical body. Movement practices ensure your energy remains aligned and receptive. Suggestions: yoga or stretching to release blockages. Qigong or Tai Chi for energetic flow. Mindful walking in nature, observing signs and asking for guidance. Example: Liam used a 20-minute mindful walk during lunch. Observing birds, patterns in clouds, and sensations in his body, he noticed recurring themes that guided a difficult project decision. By staying physically present, he accessed insight beyond logic alone. 5. Journaling and reflection. Consistent journaling deepens awareness and strengthens your connection to your guides. It allows you to track patterns, recognize repeated signs, and reflect on outcomes. Daily journaling routine. Record guidance received, signs observed, and intuitive insights. Note emotional and physical sensations. Reflect on decisions made and outcomes. Identify recurring symbols, numbers, or patterns. Example: Sophia journaled every evening about her encounters with synchronicities. After a month, she noticed repeated references to patience and timing, which guided a major career shift successfully. 6. Evening routine. Closing the day. Evenings are crucial for processing the day and integrating guidance. A consistent night routine helps consolidate lessons and recharge energy for the next day. Suggested evening routine: 20 to 30 minutes. Reflection. Review the day, noting any signs, messages, or intuitive nudges. Gratitude practice. Thank your guides for their support, protection, and guidance throughout the day. Release and surrender. Let go of worries or outcomes beyond your control. Dream journaling. Record dreams and impressions, as guidance often emerges through the subconscious at night. Example: Emma used her evening routine to process subtle guidance she missed during the day. Over time, she developed a more refined sense of alignment, recognizing signs in real time instead of reflecting later. 7. Weekly and monthly integration. Practices. Beyond daily routines, periodic reflection and ritual enhance long-term alignment. Weekly review. Reflect on guidance received, recurring signs, and lessons learned. Adjust practices or routines as needed. Monthly alignment ritual. Connect with lunar cycles or seasonal energies. Meditate on intentions. Ask for guidance on long-term goals and celebrate growth. Example: Alex noticed that his weekly review helped him identify patterns in relationships and work projects. Recognizing these patterns allowed him to make more intentional choices, aligned with his higher self and guides. 8. Responding to guidance, from awareness to action. Recognizing guidance is only valuable if it informs your actions. Embodied guidance is practical and actionable. Steps to act on guidance. Pause and reflect on the message or sign. Ask, what action aligns with this insight? Take conscious, intentional steps. Observe the outcomes and adjust accordingly. Example: Rachel received recurring number sequences suggesting a new creative opportunity. By taking action, launching her project and trusting the guidance, she experienced success and strengthened her connection with her guides. 9. Integrating guidance into relationships. Divine guidance also influences interactions with others. Notice emotional and energetic cues during conversations. Respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Recognize patterns and align interactions with your highest path. Example: Maya noticed tension in her chest while interacting with a colleague. Pausing and asking for guidance, she realized the situation required patience and empathy rather than confrontation, leading to a peaceful resolution. 10. Living in flow, the long-term vision. The ultimate goal of daily integration is living in flow, a state where guidance is intuitive, decisions are aligned, and life feels lighter, more purposeful and meaningful. Regular routines, journaling, and embodied practices enhance sensitivity to subtle signs. Over time, you notice synchronicities in relationships, work, creativity, and personal growth. Your higher self, spirit guides, archangels, and ancestors become co-creators in your life journey. Inspirational message: living guided is not a distant goal. It is a daily practice of awareness, embodiment, and trust. Each moment offers the opportunity to notice, interpret, and act on guidance. By integrating these practices, your life becomes a continuous dialogue with the divine, a flow of clarity, purpose, and inspired action. Step fully into this alignment, and let your journey be a reflection of wisdom, love, and guidance at every moment. Having established a solid foundation in daily routines, embodied practices, and reading signs, the next step in your journey with divine guidance is advanced methods that allow you to access deeper, subtler layers of wisdom. These practices, channeling, automatic writing, and lucid dreaming, open a portal to more direct communication with spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, and your higher self. While these techniques require patience, focus, and discernment, they can dramatically accelerate your spiritual growth and clarity in everyday life. 1. Channeling, direct dialogue with higher beings. Channeling is the practice of receiving guidance or messages from spiritual beings in a conscious or semi-conscious state. It involves creating a safe, receptive space where your higher self or guides can communicate without the interference of your everyday mental chatter. Steps to practice channeling. Create a sacred space. Choose a quiet, comfortable environment. Light a candle, burn incense, or use crystals to enhance energy. Center yourself. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Visualize a sphere of white or golden light surrounding you, protecting your energy. Set intention. State clearly, either aloud or mentally, your desire to receive guidance from a specific guide or your higher self. Example: I open myself to receive guidance from my spirit guides regarding my current path. Relax into receptivity. Let go of expectations. Messages may come as words, images, feelings, or intuitive flashes. Record the guidance. Use a journal, voice recorder, or drawing to capture the insights. Avoid judging or editing during the session. Example: Jenna wanted clarity about a career transition. During a channeling session, she felt a warm presence and received an image of herself confidently speaking to a group, accompanied by the words, "Step forward, the path is yours." This direct insight gave her courage to pursue the opportunity she had been hesitant about. 2. Automatic writing, letting guidance flow through you. Automatic writing is a practice in which you write messages spontaneously, allowing your guides or higher self to speak through your hand. Unlike regular journaling, it bypasses conscious thinking, tapping directly into intuitive knowledge. Steps to practice automatic writing. Prepare your space. Sit at a quiet table with a notebook and pen. Optional. Light a candle or play soft music to enhance focus. Set intention. Close your eyes and invite your guides or higher self to communicate. Example: I am open to receiving messages in Writing. Relax and breathe. Enter a receptive state. Allow your hand to move freely without thinking. Write continuously. Do not censor, correct, or judge. Let thoughts, words, symbols, or drawings flow naturally. Reflect later. Review the writing after the session. Look for guidance, patterns, or insights relevant to your life. Example. Marcus struggled with a personal relationship. Through automatic writing, he received sentences that seemed to emerge from a different consciousness. Release fear, speak with love, and trust the timing. Acting on this guidance transformed his communication with a loved one, fostering understanding and harmony. 3. Lucid dream guidance, receiving wisdom in sleep. Dreams are a natural portal for divine guidance. Lucid dreaming takes this further by enabling conscious awareness within dreams, allowing you to interact directly with spiritual guides or explore inner realms for insights. Steps to practice lucid dreaming for guidance. Prepare before sleep. Set the intention to become aware in your dreams. Repeat affirmations like, "Tonight, I will recognize when I am dreaming and receive guidance." Maintain a dream journal. Immediately record dreams upon waking. This strengthens recall and reveals patterns or recurring symbols. Develop awareness in dreams. Throughout the day, practice reality checks, asking yourself, "Am I dreaming?" To carry mindfulness into sleep. Engage with guides. When lucid in a dream, invite your spirit guides, archangels, or higher self to communicate. Ask questions, explore scenarios, or seek clarity on life decisions. Integrate insights. Reflect on dream experiences and apply relevant guidance in waking life. Example. Sophia practiced lucid dreaming to receive guidance about her creative career. In a lucid dream, she met a radiant figure who showed her a vision of a gallery opening for her artwork. Upon waking, she felt inspired to take concrete steps in preparing her exhibition, ultimately leading to a successful launch. 4. Combining practices for deeper connection. Advanced techniques are most powerful when combined with daily routines, embodiment, and awareness of signs. For example, start your day with meditation and intention setting. Use automatic writing midday to clarify ongoing questions. Review signs and synchronicities in the evening. Explore dreams at night for additional guidance. By integrating multiple channels, you create a multi-layered connection with your guides that strengthens trust and discernment. Example. Liam combined morning meditation, daily breathwork, and automatic writing with lucid dreaming. Over several months, he noticed a consistent voice guiding him toward career opportunities, reinforcing confidence in decisions that once felt overwhelming. 5. Safety and discernment in advanced practices. While advanced methods offer profound insights, discernment is essential to protect your energy and ensure messages are authentic. Tips for safety. Always create a protective space with light, visualization, or intention. Maintain clarity of purpose. Request guidance only for your highest good. Record messages carefully. Review them with an open mind but avoid overanalysis. Trust your intuition. Messages that feel heavy, fearful, or manipulative may not be authentic. Example. Maria felt anxious after a channeling session. She paused, reflected, and discerned that the message was influenced by fear, not guidance. By trusting her intuition, she avoided unnecessary confusion and maintained clarity in her spiritual practice. 6. Recognizing personal symbols and themes. Advanced practices often reveal personalized symbols and themes unique to you. These may be numbers, colors, animals, or recurring imagery. Recognizing and interpreting these symbols strengthens communication with your guides. Practice. Keep a dedicated section in your journal for personal symbols. Reflect on their recurrence, context, and emotional impact. Ask your guides to clarify the meaning if uncertain. Example. Daniel repeatedly encountered visions of golden doors during meditation and lucid dreams. He realized the doors symbolized opportunities that required courage to enter. This awareness helped him recognize and act upon real-life opportunities aligned with his purpose. 7. Integrating guidance into life decisions. Advanced practices are powerful when applied to tangible decisions. Career, relationships, creative projects, or personal growth. Steps to integrate guidance. Receive the message through channeling, writing, or dreams. Reflect on how it applies to your current life. Situation. Check for corroborating signs, synchronicities, or intuitive confirmation. Take intentional action aligned with guidance. Observe outcomes and adjust accordingly. Example. Rachel was unsure about relocating for a career opportunity. Through automatic writing and a lucid dream interaction with her higher self, she received clear encouragement. She moved, and the new environment offered growth, networking, and creative inspiration she had not anticipated. 8. Maintaining consistency and patience. Deepening connection takes time, patience, and consistent practice. You may not see immediate results, but persistence cultivates trust, clarity, and profound alignment. Tips for consistency. Schedule advanced practices as part of your weekly routine. Celebrate small insights and confirmations. Review journal entries periodically to notice growth and patterns. Stay open-minded. Messages can evolve as your understanding deepens. Example. Liam practiced automatic writing weekly for 6 months. Initially, messages seemed vague, but over time, recurring themes and direct guidance emerged, shaping major life choices with clarity and confidence. 9. Inspirational message. Co-creating with the divine. Advanced practices reveal that your life is not separate from guidance. It is co-created with it. Each session, dream, and message strengthens your connection, enhances clarity, and invites inspired action. The more you practice, the more effortless alignment becomes. Inspirational thought. Divine guidance is not a distant concept or passive influence. It is a living, dynamic presence that speaks through symbols, sensations, dreams, and direct communication. By embracing channeling, automatic writing, and lucid dreaming, you open yourself fully to a partnership with your guides. A dialogue that transforms not only your understanding but the reality you live. 10. Practical encouragement for your journey. Remember, mastery is gradual. Celebrate each insight, each small confirmation, and each moment of clarity. Advanced practices are tools to embolden your trust, refine intuition, and deepen your connection with the unseen. By integrating these methods into your spiritual journey, you access wisdom beyond the conscious mind, strengthen trust in your intuition and guidance, navigate life's challenges with clarity, courage, and alignment. Cultivate a lived experience of co-creation with your spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, and higher self. Closing reflection. The universe speaks in whispers, symbols, and dreams. With patience, discernment, and practice, these whispers become clear instructions, guiding you toward your highest potential. Embrace these advanced practices with an open heart, and watch your life transform as guidance becomes a living, breathing part of your reality. After exploring the foundations of divine guidance, recognizing signs, cultivating daily routines, and practicing advanced techniques such as channeling, automatic writing, and lucid dreaming, you are now ready to master the integration of these practices into a seamless, fully guided life. This final chapter is designed to provide a roadmap for living every day in alignment with your higher self, spirit guides, archangels, and ancestors, creating harmony, clarity, and purpose in every moment. Mastery is not about perfection. It is about flow, consistency, and trust. It is a commitment to notice the subtle nudges, interpret them, and act with clarity and courage. When integrated fully, guidance becomes second nature, a natural rhythm in your thoughts, emotions, and actions. 1. Understanding mastery in divine guidance. Mastery does not mean receiving constant, dramatic visions or instructions. Instead, it is awareness, being attuned to the subtle messages, synchronicities, and signs throughout your day. Trust, believing that guidance is always present, even when it is not obvious. Embodiment, living in alignment with your highest intentions, values, and spiritual insights. Action, moving confidently and intentionally based on guidance, integrating it into relationships, career, creativity, and personal growth. Example, Olivia experienced guidance in small, subtle ways, a song lyric that resonated deeply, a repeated number sequence, or an intuitive feeling about a decision. By trusting these seemingly minor signs and taking inspired action, she transformed her life over time. Her career Relationships and personal growth all flourished as she learned to co-create with her guides. 2. Creating a daily ritual for continuous alignment. The key to mastery is consistency. Establishing daily rituals ensures you remain aligned and receptive, allowing guidance to flow naturally. Suggested comprehensive daily ritual, 1 to 2 hours total, can be split across the day. Morning 30 to 45 minutes. Gratitude and intention setting. Breathwork or meditation to anchor energy. Visualization of your day unfolding guided by your higher self. Journaling any early insights, dreams or intuitive flashes. Midday 10 to 15 minutes. Quick check-in to observe energy, emotions, and mental state. Note synchronicities or guidance received. Adjust priorities or approach as guided. Evening 20 to 30 minutes. Reflection on the day's signs, synchronicities, and guidance. Gratitude for insights and support received. Journaling dreams, emotions, and outcomes. Surrender and release. Before sleep to invite subconscious guidance. Example. Marcus structured his day with these checkpoints. Over months, he noticed that decisions felt easier, opportunities flowed more naturally, and he experienced fewer conflicts, all because he had created a consistent flow of connection with his guides. 3 weekly and monthly deep integration practices. Daily rituals create alignment, but weekly and monthly practices deepen the connection and reveal patterns over time. Weekly practices. Review your journal for recurring symbols, numbers, and messages. Reflect on actions taken and outcomes, noting alignment with guidance. Meditate on lessons learned and ask for clarification or further insight. Monthly practices. Conduct a larger alignment ritual with intention setting for the month. Explore long-term goals with your guides or higher self. Incorporate moon cycles, seasonal changes, or spiritual milestones to amplify connection. Example. Sophia reviewed her weekly notes and discovered a recurring theme of patience and timing. By observing this pattern, she avoided rushed decisions and embraced opportunities that unfolded naturally, leading to both personal and professional growth. 4. Integrating signs, synchronicities, and advanced techniques. Mastery requires integration of all layers of guidance. Signs and synchronicities. Numbers, songs, animal encounters, and intuitive nudges. Daily awareness. Meditation, breathwork, and journaling. Advanced techniques. Channeling, automatic writing, lucid dreaming. By combining these methods, you create a holistic network of guidance, multiple channels reinforcing clarity, confidence, and insight. Example. Liam noticed recurring number sequences, journaled daily reflections, practiced automatic writing weekly, and engaged in lucid dreaming exercises. Over time, these channels converged, providing consistent guidance in complex decisions, helping him navigate career transitions and personal growth with confidence. 5. Developing intuitive discernment. As you deepen your connection, the ability to discern authentic guidance becomes vital. Not every thought, dream, or message originates from your guides. Key principles of discernment. Emotional resonance. Authentic guidance feels aligned, light, and empowering. Fear-based or manipulative messages are not from your higher self or guides. Consistency. Messages that repeat across different channels often carry truth. Inner knowing. Trust your intuition. It is the ultimate guide to authenticity. Integration check. Does the guidance align with your values, ethics, and higher purpose? Example. Maria received a channeling message that initially felt urgent and alarming. Pausing to reflect, she realized it was fear-driven, not guidance. By using discernment, she avoided unnecessary stress and maintained trust in authentic messages. 6. Applying guidance to life areas. Mastery is demonstrated through action. Divine guidance informs every aspect of life, career, and creativity. Notice opportunities, follow inspiration, and align projects with your purpose. Relationships. Observe patterns, respond with empathy, and communicate consciously. Health and well-being. Tune into your body's signals, adopt self-care practices, and make choices aligned with vitality. Personal growth. Embrace challenges as lessons, integrate spiritual insights, and evolve consciously. Example. Ethan used guidance to navigate a challenging work transition. Sign: automatic writing insights and dream messages all aligned, pointing him toward a role that utilized his strengths and aligned with his values. This conscious alignment improved not only career satisfaction but also overall well-being. 7. Embracing flow and synchronicity. Mastery brings you to a state of flow, where guidance becomes seamless, decisions are intuitive, and life feels lighter. Synchronicities, once occasional, become a natural language of the universe, confirming choices and providing reassurance. Practice. Pause often to observe subtle nudges. Trust recurring signs and feelings. Act consciously on intuitive insights. Reflect regularly to notice alignment and patterns. Example: Leah found that after months of practice, she could navigate unexpected challenges with ease. A seemingly coincidental phone call or chance encounter often revealed itself as timely guidance, reinforcing trust in the invisible flow. 8. Maintaining connection during life transitions. Life is full of transitions: career changes, relationships, relocations, or personal growth milestones. Mastery involves maintaining connection during uncertainty. Strategies: increase mindfulness and reflection during transitions. Engage more deeply in meditation, journaling, and dream work. Seek confirmation through multiple channels before major decisions. Trust that guidance adapts to your evolving circumstances. Example: Olivia faced a sudden career shift. By deepening her daily routines, practicing lucid dream guidance, and reflecting on signs, she navigated the transition with clarity, confidence, and minimal stress. 9. Living a fully guided life mindset and attitude. Beyond techniques, mastery is a state of mind and being. Cultivate gratitude for all guidance, big or small. Embrace humility and curiosity. Guidance is a collaboration, not a directive. Trust the timing of the universe and surrender outcomes beyond your control. Celebrate alignment, synchronicities, and insights. Example: Marcus shifted his perspective from seeking guidance only in crisis to seeing every moment as guided. This attitude transformed ordinary days into a rich tapestry of lessons, signs, and inspired action. 10. Inspirational closing, co-creating your reality. Mastery of divine guidance is a lifelong journey. The practices, routines, and advanced techniques outlined in this series are tools to empower you, deepen your intuition, and invite harmony. You are never alone. Your spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, and higher self are always present. Each sign, number, dream, and message is a thread in the grand tapestry of your life. By integrating guidance consistently, acting intentionally, and trusting your inner wisdom, you co-create a life of purpose, clarity, and joy. Closing reflection. Life guided by the divine is not about perfection, control, or certainty. It is about awareness, trust, alignment, and action. The more you integrate these practices, the more you live in harmony with your true path. Every moment becomes an opportunity to notice, respond, and co-create with the unseen. Embrace the journey, celebrate your connection, and step fully into the empowered, guided life you are destined to live.